Okay, after what, 2 week break maybe? We're back for another episode of Photo Stories, and this week we will be doing things a little bit different. No beanie, different angle. So hopefully you enjoy this. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to see if I could tell stories while I edit the pictures. So this way I don't just show you pictures, I can show you a little bit of behind the scenes of how I edit them ever so slightly and what happens after I click the shutter and I go home. Because honestly, taking the pictures, it's honestly just like 30% of the job until you actually get the pictures with you. So that's with all shoots, and I take a lot of pictures. Probably average around 300 pictures per shoot. That's a lot of pictures. And the shoot we're going through today, that was over 2 days, and it was a lot of pictures. Probably 700-800 maybe. But without any further ado, we'll jump into Lightroom, my photo editor of choice, and I'll take you through my workflow. Actually, I have a PSA that I wanted to share with everyone. Actually, no, I'll keep that for the end so that I think it'll make more sense if I do it at the end. Okay, cool. So here we are in Lightroom, and this is my photo editor of choice. I've selected a few images that I will be editing. So this is about the time I went to Pietermaritzburg. There's a forest there in a little town called Msunduzi. And I was called through by one of my friend's brothers. I was referred to him, and he mentioned that okay, my brother needs someone to go take pictures of a few of the forestry companies there. They need footage. And man said, yeah, we'll be there 4 a.m. in the morning. I am not a morning person, but for pictures, I'll be there. So I said, it's cool, we can go. And they came to pick me up. Weather, horrible. As you can see in this very picture here, horrible weather. And we're supposed to drive early in the morning to this place. But hey, we went, and people know what they're doing. He knew how to drive, so it's not like I was worried or anything. But it was cold. It was a gloomy morning. It honestly didn't look good for a day to take pictures on. You wouldn't enjoy taking pictures on a day like this because it's not nice. You can barely see anything, and we were supposed to go take pictures out in the open, not even a studio. Well, here we are. I'm making a few adjustments to the pictures, my usual adjustments. I'm actually throw a preset on this. Maybe that'll make my life easier. This looks messy, but you make a few adjustments, you eventually get the picture that you want. I want something dark and moody for this, so that it really gives off the sense of what was happening on the day. So I will fast forward so that you don't have to see everything that I do, because this definitely takes time. So give me a bit and I'll show you the final product. Okay, I think this is a good stopping off point. This picture, I really wanted to just make it dark, gloomy, cold. And I think I've managed to achieve that, because that was the drive that we had going to the place. In all honesty, going there, it wasn't that promising. So we weren't really off to the greatest of starts. But eventually arrived in Msunduzi. And, weather, still not that great. So we waited in the car. And oh boy, did it start raining. The rain was bad, I tell you. At this point, I kind of lost hope in the shoot and thought maybe we might have to come back another day and do this again some other time. And I was fully prepared for that, in all honesty. I was fully prepared to have this shoot on another day. But I guess patience pays off, and eventually the skies cleared up. Right, this image gets a bit extreme. Sheesh. If there's one thing that I don't like in my pictures, I don't like over-processed images. Now, I'll be rushing through a lot of these pictures, so a lot of them might be a bit janky, but this is pretty much what I go through all the time. Definitely taking my own time with all this when I get to sit down and really do my job. So yeah, we sat in the car for a bit, waited until the skies cleared up. I remember I took this picture. I remember this tree because it really struck me. It reminded me of back home in jacaranda trees, and just the purple that they give off. It's really unique, and if I could get a jacaranda tree, I'd be really happy. Just like a little bonsai jacaranda, I'd be really happy. Right, so eventually it stopped raining. We decided we'll try our luck and go take pictures. So eventually the skies cleared up, and we decided it was time for us to get working, to take our pictures. We did just that. And the rain, in all honesty, the rain was a blessing in disguise, because my goodness, the way the colors were after the rain, they were so good. They were so much richer than on a regular day with the sun baking down on you. Like, if you just look at the color of the grass and the earth here, it is a deep brown, and this is even before editing the ground much. It was already that rich brown, and I just need to just accentuate that a little bit more, because that truly was a highlight of the day. Everything looked so much better than it usually is. The colors just they did a thing. And from there we really got working. See, this was how we were in the forest. Funny story, actually. This shoot, I guess in a certain sense, was a dream come true, because as a kid I watched Wrong Turn, and I don't remember which Wrong Turn it was, but I had always wanted to be in a forest with a lot of tall trees. I do not have any wishes to be in a Wrong Turn type of situation, but tall tree forest looks really good, and here I was. Right, so we got to working, grass, earth, sand, all looked really good. Pine cones were nice and shiny. Everything was good. We were out in open fields. We were walking around, we were wandering around the place, capturing everything that came along our way. We had to make our money's worth, deliver a good job, because hey, this is going to the municipality. We don't want to play around. Now, in a sense, I might have been playing around myself. I really enjoy doing this, and I guess this really gave me an opportunity to try out something new. I'd never gone out and been exposed this much. So when this came around, trust me, I had fun with this. And apart from doing my job and basically completing a contract, I decided I wanted to have some creative moments as well. That's what this picture is, just one of my creative attempts. I think I had seen something similar to this on Instagram, like a few days before this shoot, and I wanted to recreate it, so this was the perfect opportunity to do so. So I asked one of the guys we went with if he could just like grab onto one of the leaves low onto the ground, and he went and did that and managed to snap this picture right here. I mean, simple things, but just in the moment, I mean, come on. I have to say that there is something a bit special about it, or maybe it might be special to me because like I was there, and you know, the story behind it and just what I wanted out of it. I have been waiting to get to this picture. So we've taken pictures of the horizon, of the trees themselves, the earth, all of that, the leaves. And then we get to the workers. So we also had to get footage of them working in the fields, you know, loading up onto transport to go out into the plantations. And, you know, probably like 700 pictures, as I said, from this shoot. Some of the pictures I didn't even know I had until I started looking again through my gallery, and I saw this picture. Something about it really stood out to me, so I said I'll give it a try and edit it. And ooh, I actually edited beforehand and I posted it on Instagram, and that edit, I definitely one of my favorite pictures just because of that edit. There's something about this, the way she pops out, what she's wearing, that's just so good in this picture. And I'm not trying to blow on my own trumpet here, but I really like this picture. You've probably heard me say that before, but I honestly like this picture. And I think I'll stop talking and I'll just let this edit run out because I think this picture just needs its own moment. Okay. I think I'm happy with this. No, I don't think, I know I'm happy with this. It might just be me because I took it or whatever it is. But man, this picture, I don't know about you, but definitely one of my favorite pictures. Definitely. And the thing is, I didn't even know about it until recently. I didn't even notice it in my gallery until I went back and started doing this photo series. And that's something I'm really proud of now. And I guess that's a win. Other than me just sharing the pictures, I've also seen something I can be truly proud of again. And I'll say this right here, this whole shoot in general, can actually show you the whole photo, the whole shoot in general. 231 pictures. That's after deleting a whole lot to make space on my PC. 231 pictures that have been edited of my first big shot, my first big opportunity. And funny enough, the man that called me through for this shoot has been the one at the forefront of my biggest shoots yet. He had another one that he called me through to that I will take you through later on. I'll show you that one too. I don't know whether I'll do it like this or if I'll go back to the normal photo stories. But this is one of my favorite ones. It really took me out of my comfort zone and it made me sit down and think. It made me take a moment and try new things and be patient and work with what's there. For that, I'm really happy. Funny story, actually. This is me editing and then realizing that, wait, this shoot happened over 2 days and I completely left out the second day pictures. So there's honestly like 2 or 3 that I seriously need to just dwell on, that really gave the proper message of what the second day was like. Let me fire up Lightroom again so that we can get to those. Okay, here we are with one of the images from the second day, and it's honestly a true representation of how the second day went. Bright, colorful, on top of the world. That's exactly how I felt on this day. I was very happy. Everything was so clear. I mean, look at this. Literally on top of the clouds. And I honestly can't do much to this picture because honestly, in my opinion, it's good as it is. I was very happy on the second day. We got to go and see more of the workers, got to see them loading onto the transport as they were taken out into the plantations again. This time people had their masks, clay masks, I guess, for protection, and everything was good. Everyone was happy. Everyone was having a good time. Everyone was enjoying themselves. Even I was enjoying myself on the second day. Here's another picture above the clouds. And honestly, looking back at these images now, here's another one. I got myself a model for the day. I honestly didn't think that he would sit there for me and just strut his stuff, but here he was. I guess that's just how the day was. After cold and gloomy day before, the day after was nice and bright. Looking back at these images now, I say this was one of my first proud moments in this little hobby that I've taken up. Yeah. So yeah, it's I think I'm gonna stop it there. Yes, I had a PSA. This editing these few pictures, it's taken me about 30 minutes just to do it now. Now imagine a shoot of 500, 700 pictures. It takes time. It can legit take days to edit all of these. And it's not just photography, it's any art form. It takes time to do any of this. So what I want to say, if you know any artists, if you know anyone who's hustling, when they offer their services and you look for their services and they tell you certain prices or certain demands, they know why they've chosen that demand or why they've given that demand or that price, because it takes time and it's something that you definitely pour your heart into and something that you want to give your all. So you also, when you make those demands, those prices, you're not just gonna give slap chop job to just give it away, because you're gonna pour your heart into it. It's your passion. Oh, I'd hope so. That's definitely me. I definitely pour my passion into this, and I give my prices, I give my demands. It needs time, patience, and the more time you give it, the more you put your heart into it, the better the result that you will get in the end. So support your local artists, photographers, musicians, graphic designers, fashion designers, everyone. Support them. Whatever they ask, they know why they've demanded that, and they have their reasons. So just be there for each and every one of them. But anyway, this has been another episode of Photo Stories, and I will see you again sometime soon.